Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's take another look here at Litecoin. I've got a lot of requests for this one, and honestly, it's triggering a lot of alerts too for potential long consideration. So we're going to see if it is a viable option. It's one of the few coins that's actually doing quite well in the overall sentiment here as far as not pulling back super hard. So awesome stuff there. We'll see, of course, the back end liquidation, kind of what that looks like. And if you're new to the channel, just ask you hit the like button. You've been watching for a while. Keep doing that. Really appreciate it. Helps get this in front of more people. So, less moon boys are sweeping all those views because they just have these ridiculous thumbnails, or perhaps they just tell you what you want to hear. I'm always going to shoot you straight and just let you know what the charts tell us. And that's how you should trade too. Take a bias out of the equation and just look at things just, completely abstractly. Okay? Just focus on what we see in front of us. All right. Anyways, let's talk about that. Liquidation data on the back end. First of all, last 7 days, we can see a decent consideration here at about 132 to 140, if I'm not mistaken. This little range here, pretty sizable amount of liquidation in the upper range. So that does kind of imply that further upside would make sense. A lot of people are shorting this coin. And again, market makers really, truly do love pushing the price action in the direction opposite of what either is popular, or in this case here, they like to make sure to destroy anybody who's using high leverage. Okay, and that's what we can see here too. High leverage shorts at about 140, 141, we hit our local high, basically that double top, and the price pulled back. Crazy thing is, these people still have their position open. Imagine that, being in super profit here, all the way down as low as 110, and being so greedy that you're almost already back to halfway to break even. It's crazy to me. Anyways, 140 is that heavy concentration of liquidation to the upside, just above the local high. We can see liquidation delta is in the green. You don't want to short against this because, again, this is the direction of the trend. The trend is up, and you don't short against the trend until the trend breaks its higher high and higher low pattern. Okay? And I know it's difficult to want to wait for that time frame, but for right now, it's too early to consider a short, and more likely than not, more likely to take a long, just based on the simple fact that everything's going up right now. You don't try to go up, oppose that, so to speak. All right, let's look here really quick on open interest. We can recognize there's a pretty significant amount of open interest at about 138 to 136. So there is more resistance above us here. So there's no doubt that if the price continues higher, it's going to start slowing down closer to that liquidation zone. We've also got some open interest below us too. These are basically places in which people are adding to their position. So pretty heavy between 120 and 130 is in the overall sense. So this little range of 120 to 130 is a pretty decent amount of volume we're starting to see in this area. And we can see that reflected here with our point of control. So that's just some things to be mindful of. Let's take a look at the daily time frame and work our way down. I'll drop some fib levels later. And just so you know too, also with fib levels, try not to use them so specific. Everyone seems to think that think that they're magical numbers that forecast everything. They're helpful, sure, but you want to use them in combination with other things too. And it just it's crazy to me how many people attach themselves to these these bullish convergences when the price action is going down, and it's trying to attach be the first person to find the best opportunity. Truth is, that's not really all that impactful. So what I'm getting at is fib levels. I generally have those on all my charts, but for the most part, you'll find that on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. It looks a little something like this, for example, right? Confluence, yes, but is it the answer? Not always. All right, folks, let's take a quick look at the daily time frame, work our way down. We're above all moving averages, which is the first time I've said this for any altcoin in a long time. So we're above every single moving average, generally favorable sign. Okay, that tells us we're on the right side of the tracks. We're over 50 on the RSI. While we are just below the moving average, that's not favorable. Our money flow index is above the price action. That's always a good sign. Stochastic is swinging up for the first time too, not the strongest. Second one will carry more weight if we see one, but the general consensus here is that we see mostly confirming factors that the price is more likely to go up than down. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Again, it's not a reason to take a trade. It's just kind of adding confluence to the overall scenario here, right? Daily time frame, we want to have a positive daily time frame to be able to take any type of position with any type of confidence. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. We can also see our local point of control here, the highest amount of volume roughly since first of the year, January 1st. We've seen the most amount of volume at 126. So we're kind of in that common place right now, that natural area of support and resistance. So once more, 120 to 130 is the range. We break above or below that, that might determine the direction that we're heading. Take a quick look here. We can see over 50 on the RSI on the 4 hour. That's a very positive sign. We're over that moving average. Money flow index above. Stochastic is trying to swing down, but that doesn't mean honestly too much, but it is giving us indication that we're hitting maybe a local top, okay? And again, if we take a look here at TD sequential, we can recognize that we've been moving in the same direction for a little while. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, we hit a 7 and we kind of got a little bit of a reset here. So that basically just implies that we're in a nice little consolidative pattern and we're not overextended in either direction, okay? So that's very, very positive. What we also want to look at too is the hourly and to kind of see if we are above the cloud. That's something I'm very curious about when I take a look at trading the charts, because when it comes to overextensions and continuations, you want to really be on the right side of the tracks here, and we definitely are. We're above the cloud. Lag and span is kind of bouncing off the upper range of this price action here, and the conversion line's above the baseline. So these are all very favorable signs in general to be taken along with confidence. So for the most part, even though it's not a perfect situation, there's a lot more reasons to consider the price going up than down. While the price could pull back, because I am expecting Bitcoin to maybe consider going lower, I feel like Bitcoin might retest that 87 to 90K range before that happens. And we'll probably get a little bit of a last leg up here from this coin and other coins in the meantime. So it looks pretty favorable here, folks. Again, that's just kind of what I see on the charts. If you see something different, feel free to comment below. Be sure to hit the like button and all that wonderful stuff. Be sure also to reference Bitunix too, folks. Nice little deposit reward bonus this month up until the 14th of March. And they offer monthly discounts and bonuses and benefits, whatever you want to call them. They offer them frequently. So if you use my link to register, you'll always be eligible for those in the future. Kind of cool stuff. Anyways, they're a really good exchange. I highly recommend checking them out. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I deeply appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Look forward to seeing the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.